Looks like it'll be Jamie Graham breaking off first, which is good news for the Grahams because his break was booming earlier on in that first match. They were ruthless, really, in their victory over the two next-gen players. Didn't give them any opportunities whatsoever to get going. And took them out with pretty short shrift. Clinical performance. It was excellent from Jamie and Jordan. Looking to produce the same again. Doesn't really get the split in the same level of explosion that he would have been looking for. And on this occasion, it'll be Carl and Chris first to the table.
They got first opportunity in their first match and made a mistake and were let off the hook. This, I suppose it's a similar level opportunity as the one that got away from them in the first frame. Well, is it? I'm not sure actually that they can see a yellow to pot one, can they? I was assuming they were going to go yellows here, but if they can't see a yellow, then they're going to have to go reds, and reds are a whole different deal. I suppose the two reds at the bottom you can make as a plant, and then every other red has a pocket. Can you work this round to get on the 8-ball right centre, perhaps? The one just to the right of the 8-ball is a problem. Even though it does go left centre, it's just awkward. That's why they're trying to rearrange the furniture here, and it could not go much worse. They'll pull back now, they won't keep chasing.
Yeah, I thought it was a good idea, but it's just, you're absolutely right, it could barely have come out worse.
I just
There's
think
a lot of gesticulating here. Are they still feeling like they could go?
I don't think so. I'm just surprised with that. But I think the finish was on if you wanted to pick it apart, if you've got really close cue ball, and maybe individually you feel better about it because you can get in a slightly better rhythm. But I didn't see moving things there as being to the benefit, because there's so many yellows in the way that I felt like you were just always, you might have solved one problem but created another. I didn't see things going well with that choice of shot. But you do it early, and you do it early for a reason, because if it doesn't go to plan, you can always pull back. So, you know, from a match play perspective, they've done the right thing.
Left side or right side of it? Otherwise, yeah.
You can see in the Morris Day corner that they only seem determined to enjoy their right side, if nothing else. Well, foul. It's a poor shot. Pretty good going to miss everything from there. Cue ball in hand, does that change how they view this layout? Oh, I tell you what, Carl has just pointed out. Carl thinks he's got a shot here, and he might not have seen it. I saw it on the overhead. Okay, he's pulled back instead.
Yeah, just getting the red in front of the yellow, or trying to, and creating a way of opening things up later in the visit, whilst one of the underused tactical exchanges is to put the cue ball really close to your opponent's ball. You don't want it to be touching, but close, puts them under pressure.
Yeah, he was moving his fingers around like pinball. A second ago, Carl Morris. Didn't come to fruition, just a more gentle shot than I was expecting. The plant now goes bottom left as well. It's quite a coy little shot.
See Carl just confirming that the yellow isn't touching the cushion, because he wants to, probably wants to just play that soft safety and get the cue ball underneath it, and he may not hit another cushion, so that's why you're just checking.
That shot tells us that it didn't plan, but red to do now go at the bottom left. Yeah, especially now, clever shot. This is, I mean, this is 𝗏𝗏 Morris's playground, ultimately, this frame. I think Chris Day has got an awful lot of respect for 𝗏𝗏 and everything that he's achieved and the way that he approaches the game. And I think he's happy just to sort of cede control of the partnership here and almost let 𝗏𝗏 kind of do his thing.
I think they've just taken a backward step, though, in this tactical exchange. For me, they are just getting themselves slightly behind here. It's very tight, though. It's not much in it. It just felt like they were edging in front at the beginning of it, and they're in a worse position now.
Touching ball as well on that yellow. Mentioned it a moment ago. It's a good tactic to get your balls, get your cue ball close to the yellow, but you don't want to be leaving it touching. They can just play away. This doesn't feel like Jordan's speciality from what we've seen so far. Played that very iffy safety shot against the two next gen players. Played the foul earlier on in this frame where he missed everything, and the really tippy-tappy touchy shots, if you don't really play them very much, very difficult to sort of have them in your repertoire.
It's a completely different style of ball that you don't see too much, but these, you know, if you're playing in a tournament, these sort of frames don't come up that often, but they can be the frame in a match that could be the difference between winning and losing. Too often players just play, you know, go for a finish, no matter the percentage, and make it or not will determine whether you win or lose the frame. And there is an art form in actually being able to win a frame like this, and it may not always be the prettiest to watch. I maintain that the Grahams are edging in front here.
Look at the smile on 𝗏𝗏 Morris's face, though. He's having so much fun in this frame. This really is his party. So Chris can free the red, leaves the cue ball kind of where 𝗏𝗏 directed.
Easy snooker slash safety coming up for the Grahams. They're not going to be fooled into taking the yellow into right centre and taking anything on here. If they get the snooker, they would love to get ball in hand. Ball in hand really gives you a great opportunity to go. They have left sight of this right at the top of the table, though.
Yeah, you see what I mean about Jordan doesn't look comfortable playing those kind of shots.
Just slightly overhit it.
I don't want to sound like I'm being critical. It's just doesn't look like his game here. Yeah, they're going. And goes to red. Lovely pot from 𝗏𝗏. How's the land? They have a shot.
He's on the red. Getting a bit of body language on that to make it work for him.
Fully into the face of the yellow worked perfectly. Oh, they would love to have been on that red at the top of the table, I'm sure of it. They're a bit unlucky that they're not.
So can they see the red at the top of the table? It looks the way they're talking, I would suggest they can. Doesn't look like it, but
there's a lot of gesticulating going on from both pairs.
Oh, they're fine.
Oh yeah, they're okay.
Yeah, they have to take it now. Not ideal. Not the line.
Big shot here. It's not end of visit, but it might be after this one. This is a tough, tough make. Needs to dig into it as well. Oh, it's an excellent shot. It's an excellent shot. That's so good from Chris Day. leaves him a little bit of distance, but he won't mind this. All in his eye line. Big, big frame to win this. They always are when they last this long. Both teams put in so much effort towards it. In goes the 8-ball. 1-0 lead, and that frame took exactly half of the match clock.
It was just one, semi-loose safety from Jordan. He overhit the shot by maybe a roll. You know, let yellow go too far. But you have to say, take nothing away from Chris and Carl there. I think if I was the Grahams there sat down when that first shot went in the right centre, I don't think I'd have been that disappointed, in all honesty. I think I would have been looking at where the cue ball finished and the layout that was left and thought, yeah, I fancy my chances to get back. I'm happy for my opponent or opponents to have this chance. And unfortunately, when you do that, sometimes they're going to get them, and they did there. That was excellent.
The shot from Chris at the end in particular was fantastic. I think he might stick with this break for a little while. I know you were positing that he might flip. Oh, the power he's getting through the pack is incredible on it. He seems to be controlling the cue ball pretty well. That's the worst cue ball of the three.
For some, the way I'm saying that is that I think this is a hard break to get right, and I think he's a tinkerer. And when things, if he slightly gets out, slightly mistimes or gets it wrong, the mistakes will be big mistakes on that break, and that's why I don't think it will last too long. Don't get me wrong, I think he's hit it fabulously well tonight. Interesting decision here. When do you go up for the one at the top of the table, and what do you play on afterwards, and which ball do you use to get on the one on the cushion? He's going to play for this one now. Can he still get two cushions to get on the one on the right hand side? That would be perfect if he could. Tight line to find though. Oh, very, very poor miss. Got that one all wrong.
Big chance here for Jamie Graham. To the 15-second shot clock zone as well. Jamie will look to get this frame won by the time that swings around. Can go after his difficult ball next.
Yeah, one shot here, and just get yourself nicely on it with enough natural angle to get yourself out. That's why he's taking his time to really work it out. Yeah, somewhere there with just let the cue ball naturally float out. Don't try and get too close. Straight in to bottom left or right is perfect. Probably bottom right would be better, because if you're straight in bottom right, you're playing three stun shots. So you just want to allow the cue ball to naturally float out to the straight. Yeah, that's good. Now it's just pace control and make sure. You can even afford to be 3/4 ball on that yellow, so you don't even have to come out as far as the straight, because you're only all you're going to do is use the cushion if you're short or straight.
Yeah, so much margin on this shot. He's got a lovely line, basically. Oh, but he still had to make it.
That was a little bit of an edgy bit of cueing, in all honesty. Didn't cue that smooth at all.
Yeah, almost looked like he just jabbed at it a little bit, rather than just rolling it in. And he's left Chris a very nice position. Straight on that ball.
15-second shot.
Not what he wanted to leave. That could be a massive swing moment in this match. It should be, in reality. That's a lovely line to find. Very good. Very, very good indeed.
That miss from Jamie could be huge. 1-1, 5 minutes on the clock. 2-0 down now in sub-5. It's so tough.
Yeah, a really difficult miss to take. Fist bumps ahoy for Houdini and CD. They do really seem to be enjoying each other's company tonight. Jordan Graham needs to find something for him and his dad here. Where's 𝗏𝗲𝗃𝗀𝗀𝗀 Morris going? You never know. I can tell you a little bit of inside information. The timer out there in the arena has managed to procure himself quite a large fan, which is very nice for him. I hope that's going really well for him tonight. And Carl's just borrowed it to cool his hands down before he plays.
Yeah, that's a very Carl Morris thing to do, but I'm more
It's a very timer thing to do as
yeah,
well.
I'm more annoyed that that fan hasn't made its way into the commentary box.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah, it might be by the time the next match rolls around.
Well, let's see what Carl Morris has got for us here with 3 minutes to go. He takes these out, the match will be over.
Shots.
And it's a decent chance, not landed perfectly on the next ball. I suppose he is on a choice here. He's on the one top of the table. I quite like the one at the top of the table because you could slide across for the one in the middle of the top cushion, which is the trickiest ball. I suppose the benefit of going up for that one in the middle of the top cushion whilst the one's nearest the pocket is you've got good access away from that ball, which is the trickier part of the shot.
Try to do some moving.
I have no idea why he was trying to do that, in all honesty. What was the benefit there? Unless he felt that yellow was going on to the one on the top cushion, but you could get to that one at the top of the table. I'm really, really surprised by that decision. And a little unfortunate there.
He has been unfortunate. I think maybe he thought, does he maybe think it was too difficult to get from that red top left across?
But I just think you could. He was there previously where he could have played, because you're thin on it, you can then slide across along the line, almost just sliding past the red. He could have got to that. I thought the one he was playing to right centre, he could actually get high enough up to be on the one on the top cushion. So I'm a little bit surprised how he's gone about his work there.
So Jordan Graham's got to hurry. 90 seconds. They do have the next break.
No, I don't think they do.
Did Jamie not break? Oh no, my apologies.
Jordan
yes,
broke
sorry.
that. Yeah, Jordan broke this frame.
If only we had an icon on the graphic that told me exactly. Great shot from Jordan. So not having the next break, which, you know, is important to know, means that this has to be a quick clearance.
Great shot. Brilliant shots. I see he looks such a player when he's playing with freedom and he's trying to make finishes. When he gets touchy, he just looks not quite the same level.
Oh, he
no.
rushed it.
No.
Oh, it was going to be such a good clearance as well from Jordan Graham. And he just got a bit rushed and a bit edgy, a bit excited, and has missed one that he should never, ever miss.
And that's the difference between having the next break and not, is the extra rush to make sure of trying to leave as many seconds on the clock as possible has forced the miss there.
Yeah, and if you're unsure of why we're saying that, if they had the next break, it's an opportunity to golden break. Because they don't, the only way they can have anything to do in this match is if Chris and Carl golden duck, which is incredibly unlikely when you're actively trying to avoid it, because it's the only thing that can lose you the match.
You're rubbish.
He's spun the cue ball. Look at that. Carl Morris, he's thought that one through. Very good indeed. Match ends. Didn't land on the 8 ball. There was about 17 seconds left. So he spins the cue ball and there's not enough time for 2 shots to be played and the Grahams concede. We thought we might have some fun and games from these two tonight. Carl Morris providing it there, and he and Chris Day are in a great position heading into the final round of matches in the ultimate pool. Let's go.